just fly away. And I always knew I couldn't stay. So I had a dream that I just fly away, away.
Okay, so today what we are going to do in this video is write our first piece of Flutter code, our first application using Flutter. So it will be basically a hello world kind of application, and it will just contain a text widget which will say hello world. With this we are going to learn the basics of Flutter and some brush through some widgets like material app, scaffold and text widget. Okay, so let's just create the Flutter project first. So I will just create a new Flutter project and I will save it in the YouTube folder. We'll name this as the hello world application. Okay, so let's just wait for it to create the project. Okay, so our project has been built and this is the demo Flutter project. I'm running Flutter 2.5 which was recently released. So this is the demo project file. I will just remove the comments from this project. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to just go through this code, and it is the basically the Flutter demo project, and it has so everything in Flutter is a widget, including the app itself. Like see the material widget over here. This is indeed a widget. So this has to be cleared. As you can see, my app extends stateless widgets. So you have to just be clear with this concept that everything in Flutter is a widget, and there are two types of widget: stateless widget. As you can see, this my app is a stateless widget, and stateful widget. So we are going to learn about stateless and stateful later, but it's just that stateless don't change their state throughout the project, throughout the program, and stateful widget, they change their state. That's the basic difference between them. So every Flutter widget has this main class, main function, and it runs my app. Then the my app runs material app. The material app then runs the scaffold, and then the app bar. So it is basically a widget tree. So we are going to just remove all this project and build from the basic. So what we are going to do is we are going to keep the main app and then remove it from this whole my app state, the class. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a stateless widget. So let's just create a Flutter stateless widget, and yes, this is the stateless widget. We are going to name it as my app. Okay, so now it's returning a container. So what we are going to return is a material app. So material app is basically the app, the root widget that's given, that follows the material design guidelines, Google's material design guidelines. So this is done, and then over here what I'm going to do is give it a title. Title will be the first hello world. Hello world. Okay, so we are going to give it this home. It takes home as its parameter. So the home will be a scaffold, but we are not directly going to give the scaffold as a home. We are going to create another. We are going to create another widget, stateless widget. So just let's create a stateless widget, and this will be home page. We are going to name it as home page, and this home will be the home page. Okay, so the what this home page will consist of is a scaffold. So what scaffold? Scaffold is the root widget, is another root widget, and it basically is like a screen in JavaFX if you're familiar with JavaFX, and it provides the basic structure to the app. Okay, so you can see several errors. These are not errors, these are linting rules. We are going to just add these things so it doesn't create problems. Maybe I should remove the linting rules for now. Okay, so scaffold, and then inside this we are going to run this app for now. Okay, so let's just run it. It's running in Linux. Okay, let's just wait for it to run the app. Okay, so our app is built, and this is basically the scaffold. It's really not, you know, an app, but it's okay, just it's a scaffold. And you can see the debug banner over here. We are going to remove the debug banner. To remove the debug banner, go inside the material app and then debug. So check the mode banner and just pass false. It's good. Then we'll just restart the application, and you can see it's gone. So what we are going to do is now actually we are going to text. We are going to print some text in that particular scaffold. So then again, I said that everything in Flutter is a widget. So actually, to print some text on the screen, you have to use another widget, which is known as the text widget. So to do that, so this scaffold has several properties. Okay, now to actually see the properties, you can just hover over it. If you have an extension known as the Flutter, I'll just check it out over here. Yes, the awesome Flutter snippets. If you have that enabled, you can see the on hovering, you can actually see this kind of banner where it shows the properties of the scaffold. And over here you can see there is a property known as the body. So what's body? So body is basically the screen. So we are going to print the text inside the screen, inside the body. So we are going to just press body, and then we are going to pass a text widget. Okay, text widget, and we are going to just print hello world. Okay, and we are going to run this app, reload, and you can see the hello world printed over here. I'm going to resize so you can see it better. Yes, this is the small hello world kind of thing. It has aligned itself to the top left corner of the screen. Now if we want it in the center of the screen, what should we do? So again, we will use another widget known as the center. So we are going to just wrap it with center and just reload, and you can see now the hello world is present in the center of the screen. Okay, so what we are going to do now, it's too small, you can't barely see it. So we are going to just increase the size of the text widget, text of the screen, text of the hello world. So so we have to do it inside the text widget. So this text widget has a property known as style. Okay, style, text style. So we are going to just put this style, and we are going to use this text style widget, and inside this we are going to give it the property known as font size and pass it something as 32. Okay, we will reload the app, and then you can see it has increased its size. I can just resize it. Yes, it has increased its size, you can see that, and it's always in the center because of the center widget. That's another good thing. Okay, so now basically if you have seen Android apps and Material app, actually you can see that there is an app bar. So how to give that app bar? So this scaffold, as I told you, this is a root widget. It provide us with everything that a Material app should have. So it has that app bar inbuilt in it. So we are going to give it another property known as the app bar, and then pass the app bar widget through it, app bar. And now we're going to remove the constant value. Okay, so now it will have the app bar. Now see, you can see the app bar, and it has nothing like a text or something. So we are going to give it a text too. So to give it a text, we have something called as a title, and we'll just put the title as hello world again, maybe hello Flutter. Okay, so now you see there is an error, and the reason behind the error is that the argument type string can't be assigned to the parameter widget. So as I told you, everything in Flutter is a widget, so we can't actually directly put the title a string. We have to put it inside a widget. So we are going to just remove the and put it inside the text hello world. And now if you just going to reload the app, and you can see the hello world is over here. Now you can also change the color and everything. You can do all those things. We are not going to go through that right now. there are some more good things that we can actually do, and that's known as the floating action button. So the floating action button is kind of the button present at the end of this line. Okay, so the floating action button, so as I told you, the scaffold has all the provision needed for us to actually put in the basic widgets for the material app. So it also has the provision for floating action floating action button. So again, fab, we are going to put a floating action button widget again. Now we should give a on pressed kind function. It will be empty function for now. It's whenever you have a button, you have to give the on pressed function. It's necessary. Without it, the button will not work. So on pressed, and then we are going to give it a child. It has a child, and we can just give it an icon for now, maybe. And the icon will be, icon dot, well, I'm just giving it wrong way. Icon dot something, maybe. Wait. And it will be icons dot some something alarmed outside. I don't know what that will show to us, and we're going to restart the app, and you can see there is this icon and the floating action button. So basically this is the hello world kind of application that you can create, and by this you will get to know the basics of Flutter application. I will actually upload this on my GitHub account, and I will put the link in the description below, so you can actually go through the code, go through everything in the code. Okay, that's it for now. We will just meet in the next episode, where we are going to talk about some new widgets. We are going to see the widgets in deep, like the scaffold widget. We are going to learn it in a deeper way, and many more widgets, and then we will actually start creating some projects. So please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who want to learn Flutter, and that's it. Bye bye.